Photo scouting is a super helpful skill for creatives to learn because it's a great way to earn a little extra cash while you're still working your way up, and it will enable you to be more observant and thus take better photos as a photographer or better videos as a videographer. When thinking about scouting, the first question you have to ask yourself is, where are you going and when do you need to be there? You need to know when this optimal time is for that specific location. So if you're gonna take photos at sunrise, you need to go there the day before, 2 days before, and make sure it looks the way you're envisioning. Make sure that there's enough people or there's not enough people. Make sure that the space, the angles are what you imagine, and also explore alternate ones. Whether you're shooting landscapes or portraits, you'll want to walk the full area so you can figure out where the light's gonna be at certain times. And that'll allow you to plan out where you want to move your subject, or if you're shooting something like landscapes, it'll give you the best indication of where you'll want to be and when. It seems really simple, but keep in mind, it always takes longer than you think, so give yourself an extra hour when scouting. Sunset's at 6, show up at 4. That minimum of an extra hour gives you time to walk around and look, find spaces, and then observe how the light hits it as time progresses. Bring a camera. That seems obvious, but you want to make sure you can reference exactly what you were talking about, because you may not photograph that week. And then again, if you're coming back to it later, you want to be able to understand exactly where you went and why. Third, make sure you check your weather. Is it going to be similar to the day you're shooting? That way you can kind of get a feel for how this place looks, if it's overcast, if the sun's clear, things like that. You want to photograph in tight, medium, and wide. Tight so you can see textures, medium so you can understand where you're going to photograph. A good tip for that is you want to bring a person with you to be a stand-in, and wide so you can see where you want to place things in the shoot. If it's a larger shoot, if you need places to have equipment or people waiting, wide helps with that. Next, wear comfortable shoes and bring water. You don't want to be antsy the whole time and be rushing through it. Make sure that you can spend the requisite time studying the space. That study will help you later so that when you're photographing, when you're filming, you know, I can go here or here to get a different vibe depending on what the client needs, the subject needs, or what you need. One other pro tip, please make sure you denote where you went. So if you go photograph in a huge park or at the beach or something, use your phone. If you have your location services turned on, it'll show you everywhere you went, and you can draw a little route, and you can use that plus what timing you have for your shoot to better understand where you need to be and when, and keep a schedule. Whether it's for a personal headshot for a friend or an assignment for a big client, I always scout, because the last thing you want to do is seem like you're scrambling. A key part of your job as a creative is inspiring confidence in people that are giving you money. If you seem unprepared or frazzled, they're less likely to work with you in the future. That preparation of scouting will help you take a photo not just one time, but many times over. Understanding the process, doing research, scouting, all these things are a part of what you need to do to create a good image over and over again. At Men's Magazine, I did a really poor job scouting. I had to go scout some graffiti in Williamsburg for a photo shoot. I didn't take any wide photos, so it wasn't clear what exactly they could use on the street, where they could park a van, where the equipment could be, where they could photograph. It was just tight photos of graffiti. I didn't understand the assignment. Scouting helps you understand the assignment if you do it right, especially if you talk to your client beforehand, and then after, you can be there and confidently say, the light is going to look this way here, and I want to position our model here. Not only is that professional, but it lets your client know that you are very focused, and it helps you go, go, go. Your time is valuable. Scout like a pro and save yourself some cash, or get paid to scout. I love using photo scouts, especially in new places, because it's all about preparation. If you're prepared and organized, you'll be better off. There's nothing wrong with winging it, but scouting gives you more time and more opportunities to find the best light, which you can then make the best images, period. So go scout.